Hello, Movie News Cast family, and welcome back to the channel. In the past 24 hours, we've received the heartbreaking news of the loss of some truly remarkable individuals. Today's episode is a tribute to their incredible legacies. Candyman star Todd dead at 69. Virginia Madsen, who starred in the 1992 Candyman film with Todd, has shared her grief amid the news of the actor's passing, revealing she was at a loss for words. In a video posted to Instagram, the actress remembered Tony as her beloved co-star, fighting back tears while thanking fans for their kind wishes. She expressed a similar sentiment in the caption, adding, "The great actor Todd has left us, and now is an angel, as he was in life. More later, but I can't right now. I love you." Todd, best known for his title role in the Candyman horror film franchise, has died, TMZ has confirmed. His rep, Jeffrey Goldberg, tells us, Tony died of natural causes at his Marina del Rey home in Los Angeles on Wednesday night. Goldberg did not disclose an exact cause of death. Todd was a longtime actor with an impressive list of credits, landing parts in movies such as The Crow, The Rock, Final Destination, Platoon, and Night of the Living Dead. Perhaps his biggest roles were in the Candyman thrillers in which he played the title character. He starred in the original 1992 flick, as well as 3 follow-up films: Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, Candyman 3, Day of the Dead, and Candyman. His TV credits included Boston Public, Law and Order, Smallville, Charmed, 21 Jump Street, and Star Trek: The Next Generation. The last time we saw him was back in 2019, when we asked about Jordan Peele taking a stab at the Candyman franchise. Todd was 6'9". Rest in peace. Elwood Edwards, the iconic voice of AOL's You've Got Mail audio message, has died after a long illness. Elwood died Tuesday, the day before his 75th birthday. His former employer, WKYC TV Studios in Cleveland, confirmed the sad news. The details of the illness remain unclear. Elwood was a staple at the Ohio station for years, working as a graphics whiz and camera operator, among other roles. But it was back in 1989 when he struck gold, earning worldwide fame and a spot in internet history as the voice of America Online's You've Got Mail message. He was asked to record just 4 simple lines: "Welcome, you've got mail, files done, and goodbye." And in exchange, he pocketed a cool $200 for his everlasting voiceover work. The company, known famously as AOL, blew up, and millions worldwide heard his voice every time they logged onto the internet. If they had email, a new concept at the time. While his face was never seen, Elwood's voice gave him a unique kind of minor celeb status, forever tied to those early days of AOL. He even made a cameo on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in 2015, where he delivered his classic internet greeting on stage. He was 74. Rest in peace. Taah Nelson, a singer and Prince's sister, has died, according to multiple reports. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune spoke to Taah's son, President Nelson, who said she passed away Monday morning. But he did not give a cause of death. Prince's younger sister was known for more than just her famous older brother. She released 4 albums, and she had a hit in July 1988 with her single Mark Anthony's Tune. Taah reportedly had a crush on Mark when she wrote the song. Following Prince's death in 2016, Taah famously accepted his American Music Award for Favorite Soundtrack for Purple Rain. Taah is survived by her 2 sons. She was 64. Rest in peace. Quincy Jones, dead at 91. Quincy Jones, the legendary music titan who worked with nearly every icon, from Michael Jackson to Frank Sinatra to Will Smith, has died, TMZ has confirmed. Arnold Robinson, Quincy's publicist, told TMZ he died Sunday night at his home in Bel Air, California, surrounded by his family. Tonight, with full but broken hearts, "We must share the news of our father and brother Quincy Jones' passing," the family said in a statement. "And although this is an incredible loss for our family, we celebrate the great life that he lived and know there will never be another like him." Quincy's family is grateful for the outpouring of condolences and respectfully request privacy in this time, Arnold said. In lieu of flowers, the family asks that donations be made to the Jazz Foundation of America, jazzfoundation.org. Named by Time magazine as one of the most influential jazz musicians of the 20th century, Quincy dazzled the industry for decades in his roles as a composer, record producer, artist, film producer, arranger, conductor, instrumentalist, TV producer, record company executive, magazine founder, and multimedia entrepreneur. As a producer, he is best known for working with MJ to create the mega-hit albums Off the Wall, Bad, and of course, Thriller, the best-selling album of all time. Quincy was 91. Rest in peace. Actor Alan Richens, dead at 82, starred in La La, Showgirls. Alan Richens, an actor best known for a pair of popular 90s TV shows, has died, according to reports. The actor passed away in his sleep from heart failure early Saturday morning, according to The Hollywood Reporter, which cites his wife, actress Joanna Frank. Richens got his start on the screen in the mid-1970s, appearing in bit roles in a number of shows and TV movies. His big break came in 1986 when his brother Stephen Bochco, a famed TV producer, cast him as Douglas Brackman, Jr. in the hit legal drama La La. R appeared in 171 episodes of the show across its 8-season run, for which he received both a Golden Globe and Emmy nomination. He also got to act alongside his wife Joanna in the role, playing an estranged couple perpetually at odds. He also starred in the controversial 1995 NC-17 rated movie Showgirls, before heading back to TV with his role as Larry Finkelstein during the 5-season run of Dharma and Greg. His other credits include General Hospital, Rugrats, The Spectacular Spider-Man, Happy Endings, The Crazy Ones, Young Sheldon, Grey's Anatomy, and many more. Richens also had several writing credits, penning an episode of the 80s TV show The Fall Guy, which inspired the Ryan Gosling flick of the same name that came out this year. Alan is survived by his wife of 46 years, Joanna, and their son Robert. He was 82. Rest in peace. Chanty Glover, a news anchor at KCBS and KCAL in Los Angeles, has died unexpectedly. He was 39. KCAL announced Glover's death Tuesday, but the cause and exact date were not released. We, Sherry and Robert Glover, along with Chauncey's beloved family, are devastated by the unimaginable loss of our beloved Chauncey, the family wrote in a statement. He was more than a son and brother. He was a beacon of light in our lives and a true hero to his community. Chauncey's compassion and dedication to helping others, especially through the Chanty Glover Project, changed countless lives and inspired so many young men to pursue their dreams. His talent, warmth, and vision left an imprint on everyone who knew him. And the world is dimmer without him. A 3-time News Emmy winner, Glover joined KCAL News in October 2023 after 8 years at ABC affiliate KTRK in Houston. At KCAL, he co-anchored the 5 and 11 p.m. newscasts with Pat Harvey and the 8 and 10 p.m. KCAL newscasts with Susie Suh. According to his KTRK biography, Glover was bitten by the news bug at the age of 5 when his dad built him his very own mini anchor desk for his newscasts that he would perform for his family every Sunday after church. He went on to study broadcast journalism, music and theater at Alabama's Troy University. Born on July 10, 1985, in Athens, AL, Glover began his television news career at WTVM in Columbus, GA, joining CBS 47 and Fox 30 in Jacksonville, FL, 2 years later as a special projects and general assignment reporter. He also worked as a late-night reporter at WDIV in Detroit. While working at WDIV, Glover created the Chanty Glover Project, a mentorship project for teenage boys, for which he was named an Ambassador of the Year for his work with Detroit youth. A sought-after motivational speaker, Glover also was recognized by President Barack Obama and My Brother's Keeper for his mentoring work. John Robinson, the veteran football coach who enjoyed many years of success at USC and with the Los Angeles Rams, has died. He was 89. The Rams confirmed Robinson's death Monday. He died in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, of complications from pneumonia, USC said in a news release. Robinson is high on the short list of football coaches who enjoyed significant success in both the college and pro ranks. He went 104-35-4 at USC and 75-68 with the Rams, winning postseason games and contending for championships regularly with both teams. Robinson was particularly successful in bowl games, going 8-1 in the postseason with USC and UNLV. Coach Robinson was one of the greatest college coaches ever, and his love for USC and his love for the game of football was second to none, said Ronnie Lott, an All-American safety under Robinson at USC. I've always felt that while playing for him, he gave us the ability to feel like we were larger than life, and his commitment to making sure that we had more than just football in our lives was so superior. Robinson was a member of the College Football Hall of Fame for his 2 successful tenures at USC. He also became the winningest coach in Rams history during his 9-year tenure with the NFL club. Sean McVay passed Robinson's career victories total only last month. Robinson coached at USC from 1976 to 1982 and again from 1993 to 1997. He never had a losing record at the school, and his Trojans won 5 conference titles and 4 Rose Bowls. Running backs Charles White, 1979, and Marcus Allen, 1981, won the Heisman Trophy while playing in Robinson's relentless rushing offenses. Coach Robinson was very demanding, but in a human way, said Paul McDonald, the quarterback of Robinson's superbly talented 1979 team at USC. He had great interpersonal skills, and he knew how to connect with people. He made you want to play hard for him and to run through walls. You cared for him because he cared so much for you. Robinson moved to the Rams in 1983 and reached the playoffs in 6 of his first 7 seasons, winning 4 playoff games and advancing to 2 NFC championship games. The Rams observed a moment of silence for Robinson at SoFi Stadium on Monday night before they faced the Miami Dolphins. Robinson spent 6 seasons coaching UNLV after his second USC tenure, also serving a stint as the Rebels' athletic director. He was most recently a senior consultant at LSU from 2019 to 2021 during the tenure of Coach Ed Orgeron. Robinson was born July 25, 1935, in Chicago, and he grew up in the Bay Area, attending prep school with close friend John Madden and graduating from high school in 1954. He played tight end on Oregon's 1958 Rose Bowl championship team before beginning his coaching career with the Ducks. Bobby Allison, founding member of NASCAR's legendary Alabama Gang, the 1983 Premier Series champion and winner of 85 races, died Saturday. He was 86 years old. Allison gained fame and fortune during a racing career that lasted nearly 3 decades and earned the Florida native practically every racing accolade imaginable. But it was a career that also included more than its share of tragedy. Allison lost 2 sons in tragic incidents, and his own career ended after a nearly fatal on-track accident in 1988. A member of NASCAR's second Hall of Fame class in 2011, Allison currently holds 4th place on NASCAR's all-time win list for its Premier Series. He was recognized for an 85th victory on October 23, 2024, with NASCAR officials deeming him the winner of a disputed race in 1971 at Bowman Gray Stadium. His 718 career starts are 14th in series history, and his 336 top 5 finishes are second only to fellow Hall of Famer Richard Petty. Allison also earned 446 top 10 finishes and 59 poles during a career that began in 1961 and lasted until midway through the 1988 season. He was honored as one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers in 2023. Along the way, the affable Allison won some of the sport's biggest events on multiple occasions. He captured the prestigious Daytona 500 3 times, 1978, 82, 88, the legendary Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway 4 times, 71, 72, 75, 83, and he was a 3-time winner of the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, 71, 81, 84. His 1988 Daytona victory was especially memorable. The then 50-year-old held off a strong late race bid by his son, Davey, to collect the win. "I was having a ball out there," an elated Bobby Allison told reporters post-race. "Coming down to the finish, it was really good to be in first and to look in my rearview mirror and see someone I really feel is the best driver coming up. And knowing he's mine, it really is a special feeling." 4 members of the Alabama gang have been elected to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, headlined by Bobby Allison's 2011 induction. Davey Allison was selected for the class of 2019, followed by Farmer, 2021, and Donnie Allison, 2024. Neil Bonnet, a 5th Alabama gang member, was among the most recent list of Hall nominees. The elder Allison's win total had been a matter of dispute until the fall of 2024, when NASCAR officials opted to credit him as the official winner of a 1971 race at Bowman Gray Stadium. The event was staged as a combination race between Grand National, now Cup Series, cars and the Grand American Division's lighter pony car models, with the move meant to bolster the field sizes of both series. Judith Jameson, dance star and former artistic director of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, died Saturday. She was 81. We remember and are grateful for her artistry, humanity, and incredible light, which inspired us all, read a statement from the company posted on social media. As a dancer, Jameson was best known for Cry, first premiering in 1971. The dance is a 17-minute solo choreographed by Alvin Ailey, dedicated to all Black women everywhere, especially our mothers. In an interview with NPR in 2008, Jameson said the piece continues to resonate with people because it told a specific, singular story that anyone could understand. It had nothing to do with how high I was raising my legs or how many pirouettes I was doing or any of that. It had to do with inner self, and it had to do with vulnerability and being able to share that vulnerability and for you to recognize it as something human. Jameson was born in 1943 in Philadelphia. Her 1993 memoir, Dancing Spirit, detailed a childhood full of culture, museums, zoos, operas, and theaters. When she was 6, she started attending the Judamar School of Dance. In 1965, she joined the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater and became one of the most recognizable talents in dance. She left to start her own company briefly but returned, eventually succeeding Ailey as the company's artistic director. Under Jameson, the company flourished. In 2005, the company opened the Joan Weil Center for Dance, a physical space and permanent home to the Ailey Company. Jameson told NPR that she never thought something like that would be possible. "We were just out there trying to keep the flame alive." Since her death, friends, family, and fans have posted tributes to Jameson. Former First Lady Michelle Obama posted on X, "Today, Judith's spirit will live on in all the dancers she's inspired, in all the pieces she's perfected, in all the audiences she has moved and uplifted." In 2011, Jameson stepped down as the company's artistic director. She told NPR ahead of leaving that she was confident in the company's future. "I am fearlessly reaching into the future," she said. Ella Jenkins, the First Lady of Children's Music, has died at 100. You may have grown up hearing one of Ella Jenkins' signature tunes, like You'll Sing a Song and I'll Sing a Song. And you may have then played her music for your own children. Jenkins, who is known as the First Lady of Children's Music, died on Saturday at her residence in Chicago. She was 100. Her death was confirmed by John Smith, Associate Director of Smithsonian Folkways Recordings, her longtime record label. She recorded 39 albums for Folkways, according to a statement from the label, over a career that spanned nearly 70 years. Jenkins was inspired by a lot of things: the folk tradition, the civil rights movement, the church. Ella traveled the world and performed all over the world, Fink says, and as she did, she would learn from the people that she was with. She would learn words, or she would learn a song from another country. The first thing she'd say to a taxi driver is, "What's your name and where are you from?" And then she'll say, "Well, tell me about your country." She sees meeting each person as an opportunity to make a friend and learn something. And what she learned, she taught to generations of parents, teachers, and children. Reg Murphy, the editor who was kidnapped in 1974, has died. Like other hard-driving journalists, Reg Murphy was always looking for the big story, the news event that would define his career, but he never expected to be that story. Murphy was the editorial page editor of the Atlanta Constitution on February 20, 1974, when he was kidnapped and held for 2 days by a Lilburn man seeking a $700,000 ransom. The kidnapper, William A. Williams, had contacted Murphy and told him that he needed help donating 300,000 gallons of heating oil. Murphy checked out the deal, found it feasible, and accepted an offer on a Wednesday night to have Williams give him a ride to an ostensible meeting about the matter. But soon after the two men were in the car, Williams pulled out a gun and asked Murphy if he had ever heard of the American Revolutionary Army. Murphy said he hadn't. At that point, Williams said, "Mr. Murphy, you have just been kidnapped." He then cocked the gun, stopped the car, and locked Murphy in the trunk. Murphy survived the ordeal and continued a long and successful career in journalism, including stints as editor of the San Francisco Examiner, publisher of the Baltimore Sun, and serving as both executive vice president and later CEO of the National Geographic Society. Murphy, 90, died Saturday. Shortly after he was kidnapped, Murphy was allowed a phone call to the newspaper editor, Jim Minter, who was in the middle of an editorial meeting. "I've been kidnapped," Murphy said. "Well, then you're in a helluva shape, Reg. No one's going to pay anything for you." Minter cracked wise and hung up. Minter drew a round of laughter from others in his office, saying Murphy must be out drinking. Not longer after, Minter, with a growing feeling something was wrong, called Murphy's wife, and things turned serious. She told him he left the house with a stranger. Minutes later, a man called WAGA-TV proclaiming Murphy had been kidnapped. Legendary Disney Parks composer George Wilkins passes away at age 90. The acclaimed composer provided scores and arrangements for a number of early Epcot projects, such as Kitchen Cabaret, Listen to the Land and Horizons. Accomplished Disney Parks composer George Wilkins, known for composing a number of classic scores from Space Mountain to Food Rocks and Horizons, has sadly passed away at the age of 90. The news of Wilkins' passing was shared by Tammy Tuckey, the host of The Tammy Tuckey Show, which has hosted interviews with various Disney luminaries over the years, including Wilkins himself. Born on March 14, 1934, Wilkins got his start in the world of music in the 1950s as a backup singer and arranger for Patti Page. Heading into the 60s, Wilkins branched out into the world of composing, providing the scores for two Rankin or Bass productions, Return to Oz and The Wacky World of Mother Goose. Prior to his arrival at Disney, many of theme park scores were provided by the equally prolific Buddy Baker, and beginning in 1979, Baker took him on as a protege. Fans of classic Epcot Center will likely be familiar with Wilkins' initial work, as he arranged the music for a number of early attractions, including Kitchen Cabaret, Listen to the Land, World of Motion, and Journey to Imagination. 1 year after Epcot's opening, Wilkins' first project as lead composer was the timeless and memorable score for Horizons, which he also arranged in its entirety. He would go on to provide work on a number of other Epcot attractions over the years, including the main theme to The Living Seas, Food Rocks, Living with the Land, and the original test track. 2 years ago, House MD star Hugh Laurie shocked fans when he made a rare public appearance. Known for his role as the sharp-tongued Dr. Gregory House, Laurie's unexpected transformation sparked widespread curiosity. After finishing his iconic role in House MD, Hugh Laurie opted for a more subdued lifestyle, distancing himself from Hollywood's relentless spotlight. The show, which enjoyed 8 highly successful seasons, established Laurie as a familiar face worldwide. However, after the series ended, Laurie slowly retreated from the limelight, focusing more on personal pursuits and smaller-scale projects. In 2022, Laurie made a public return that surprised fans with his changed appearance. This sparked curiosity about what he had experienced in the years since the show's conclusion, leading many to wonder if these changes were influenced by his personal life or professional path. Laurie's portrayal of Dr. Gregory House on House MD was nothing short of legendary. The show debuted in 2004, and Laurie's character, famous for his sharp wit and unorthodox approach, quickly became a fan favorite. His portrayal delved deeply into the layers of a complicated, troubled character, which Laurie brought to life with remarkable skill. Across 8 seasons, Dr. House's intelligence and difficult demeanor made him one of television's most captivating figures. Although Laurie's success as Dr. House was undeniable, the role came with immense pressure. In nearly every scene, Laurie carried the weight of the show's success on his shoulders. Playing the same intense character for such a long period took its toll on the actor, both mentally and physically. It was a very consuming part, and I worked very hard to get it right, he'd later share. By the time the series ended in 2012, Laurie was ready to step away from the spotlight, admitting that the role's long hours and emotional demands had left him exhausted. Behind Laurie's sharp portrayal of Dr. House was a man contending with personal struggles. Laurie had faced a long-standing battle with depression, which he openly discussed in interviews both during and after House MD. The pressures of Hollywood, combined with his naturally self-critical personality, made it challenging for him to fully enjoy the success that came with the role. He once described his depression as more than just a feeling of sadness. It impacted his family life and relationships, leading him to rely on therapy and medication to help manage his mental health. In 2009, he revealed that he had been seeing a therapist regularly, and had even used antidepressants during particularly dark periods. His self-deprecating humor remained part of his public image, even as he kept much of his struggle private. However, as his fame grew, so did the emotional toll.